If you summered a little bit too hard, inflation's kicking your ass, or you just want to get in charge of your finances, this one's for you. I never had success with monthly budgeting, and that's because I never had faith that my actions today would not affect my finances months down the road. So I created this weekly budget tracker, and I know exactly how much money I have in my account each week. And this way I never run out of money. And here's a walkthrough on how it works. Every morning I log my transactions from the previous day, and this only takes a few minutes. I'll select the transaction date, whether it's a debit or a credit, the transaction category, the amount, and the location to remind myself what it is later. And once that transaction is added, it will automatically deduct that amount from the category for the week that date exists. So as you can see here, we had purchases for $13, so that budget automatically decreased by $13. Now since the budget decreased, we need to account for those funds somewhere. So you can do this of one or two ways. If you use your debit card, you can simply subtract it from the starting amount. But if you're like me, I use my credit card for everything. So instead of deducting the transactions from my starting amount, instead I update my credit card balance to reflect all my charges. And the easiest way to do this is to subtract your total credit limit and then add back your available credit amount. And once it's set up once, all you have to do is update the available credit for that card once you're done with the transactions. So that way the bank does the math for you. And every time you update that available credit, you'll see the amount due that week is changed. And that way you can always make sure you pay your credit card off in full. Not only do I want to see how my spending today affects the future, but I also want to be able to plan for future events such as travel to make sure I budget appropriately. So let's say I'm going on a trip in October and my budget is going to be $500. I'll add the category of travel, then simply subtract the budget from the formula. And I can quickly see exactly how much money I have left over. And if things are a little bit too tight, I can play with the budgets from the weeks prior to make sure that I have enough money saved up. Now, not everything is going to be able to be put on a credit card. Sometimes you have to pay by check or by debit, but everything works the same way. So for example, I'll double click on the date and select the transaction date. I'll select credit or debit. Credit means you're getting the charge back, so most of your transactions will be debits. I'll select the category, so for example, utilities can't be put on a credit card usually. I'll put the amount and then the vendor. And as you can see, the $80 automatically came out of my utilities budget. We don't need these extra $10 anymore, so all I have to do is put a dash to clear that out. And then I'm going to click on the starting amount and simply change that to $720, or you can subtract $80 from it. And that's all you have to do to reflect the payment in your banking account. We don't want too much cash sitting in our bank account not collecting interest. We want that to be in our high yield savings account instead. So I decide the minimum amount that I want left each week, and I'll transfer the rest to my savings account. And all I have to do is add a negative number next to savings. In the future, if I have too little in my account that's below my wanted threshold, to reflect transferring money from my savings account to my checking account, all I have to do is put a positive number next to savings and will automatically update the balance. I can easily keep track of my spending on my spend calendar, so I can see exactly which days I'm spending the most money. And I can also filter it by just showing discretionary, discretionary and groceries, or everything. For example, I paid rent on the 3rd, so it's higher than everything else, but that's only visible if I select everything. On the bills tab, you'll add your weekly bills and your monthly bills. And you probably won't use all of these, so you can adjust the names as well as the dates, and you can delete the ones you don't need anymore. And in the top section, you'll add all your income and all your sources. The reason why there's 5 weeks is because some weeks have 5, so that way we can account for that later on. But in the totals, we're only reflecting 4 weeks. And you can just see exactly how much money you have left over from your income, subtracting your bills. And as you can see, we're negative, so we need to adjust our budget so that way we're always cash flow positive. You can click on the plus button above column E, and this will expand the section so you can select whether or not you want a specific budget to be included in the discretionary and groceries, or just everything. And once you make those edits, the spend calendar will adjust accordingly. So this way you can customize your budget and the spend calendar as you see fit. And you can click the negative button to collapse it to hide it from view. Updating the budget each week is super simple. All you have to do is select the first day of the next week and copy and paste values only. And you can use Control-Shift-V to do so, or right-click, paste special, paste values only. And you'll do the same thing with the starting amount. And for in savings, you'll simply go into the formula and change the first number to the balance of the prior week. And once you do that, you can select columns A through C and delete them. And all your formulas will still be intact. So that's how to use the weekly budget tracker that I've used to pay down all of my credit card debt and set myself up great for the future. There's a full tutorial if you want to build this tracker from scratch, or there's a link in my bio to buy a pre-built template from my store.